2013, about 3.5 years ago, I gave an Ignite talk for the first time. It was a very personal talk entitled Welcome to the Psych Ward, about my experience with mental illness, discovering I had bipolar disorder, and experiencing madness for the first time. Bipolar disorder is my mental health condition. It's a mood disorder, a chronic mood disorder that can cause extreme and unexplained mood swings ranging from mania to depression. It intricately links your thoughts, feelings, and actions. It can twist your emotions in the way that you see and interact with the world. And Ignite gave me the opportunity to tell people about it. That night was a very important one for me. It was the first time I'd ever talked about my condition publicly. It led me to discover a passion for doing so, a desire to speak to others about what I'd been through, to show that living in recovery is very possible. I now regularly speak at high schools and colleges and even to local and federal law enforcement about mental illness. I volunteer for NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness, which is the nation's largest grassroots organization designed to help support and educate those with mental illness and their friends and family. Because this condition, or any mental illness for that matter, can happen to anyone. And it can come out of nowhere, changing your life forever. In fact, 1 in 5 Americans lives with some type of mental illness. It's likely you know someone who does. I've been hospitalized for mania 3 times. My total time in the hospital, 2 months. While these hospitalizations were all necessary, each was involuntary. I never thought I needed help when I truly did. And all I wanted was to go home. But what happens after you go home? What happens after the psych ward? How do you begin to recover from a lifelong mental illness? Well, recovery for me was a slow crawl, a journey that found me on a dozen different medications over the years with a wide range of side effects, working with multiple doctors until I found the right one for me. Where I once thought of medication as the enemy, as an admission of weakness or a source of shame, now I don't. Diabetics take insulin, and there's no shame in that. I take mood stabilizers, and there's no shame in that either. Recovery is different for everyone, but being open about my condition has helped me a great deal. I'm open with my friends, my family, and even my employer, and they're all very supportive. I find it helps to fight the stigma and lack of understanding that comes along with invisible illnesses. And I feel that it's something we need to talk about, that should be brought into the light. Because all too often, mental illness is not talked about. It's hidden or even taboo to discuss it. When I was first diagnosed, I knew nothing about my condition. I knew stereotypes about what being crazy is. I was angry and I was scared. I didn't want to accept my diagnosis. I was scared of what had happened and, of course, what people would think about me. And I was embarrassed by things I had said and done. Talking about my condition has helped me come to terms with it, yet I will always live with a little bit of fear in my life. I'm always going to wonder if it'll happen again and if this time I'll lose everything. I'll always be just a little bit afraid of myself, constantly checking in with reality. Because this condition lasts a lifetime, that will always be with me. Now, mental illness, it takes a toll, even with support from loved ones. While in and out of the hospital, I've lost a high-paying job, destroyed 2 relationships, slipped on my meds, had a run-in with the police, and I've even almost taken my own life. I've even bought ridiculous things, like a pallet of 10,000 lighters. Yeah, 10,000. If anybody needs one, I've got a few left. I couldn't hold a job for a little over 2 years as I struggled with my condition, which damaged my self-esteem, my confidence, and my finances. When I found one, the right one, it was a critical step in my recovery. Now, through all my episodes, I've been fortunate. I've had a life and a home to go back to. This was thanks to a network of people who always had my back, who supported me during my struggles with bipolar disorder, who helped me in my recovery, who were there when I needed them. Not everyone is so lucky. Many people who go through similar ordeals will end up penniless, homeless, or in jail. They may lose their friends and family. Mental illness can truly destroy a life. But you can recover. Because living in recovery is possible. I've been stable these last 2 years. I manage the ups and downs of my condition well. Someone I've been volunteering with has been stable for more than 10 years. His story gives me hope, and I hope mine can give that to others. So be compassionate, because it could just as easily be you. Let's spread compassion, awareness, kindness, and help others have the chance to rebuild their lives. Thank you.